For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame. But the most important thing is the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about the standings or, the perception of my style or whatever, as long as I could keep learning these new tricks. And so as I was successful in competition and winning a lot of the events, my job was just to keep getting better.
All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
People perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B.
We were down 1-0, and if you walked into our locker room at halftime, you thought we were up 3-0.
Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough.
You just never give up, because you never know what can happen. You never know who you can inspire and who you can influence.
I'm not going to go out and say I'm the greatest this or that. I was a kid with a dream. That's it.
You have to fail in order to climb that ladder.
You are fighting the greatest fight of all times.
And I fought because I knew it was not doomed to be a losing fight. It couldn't be a losing fight.
As long as you believe in what you're doing and you're doing things you love to do, then you can go out there and be the best at it. And that's, that should give you a lot of enjoyment, fulfillment in your life.
Always keep an open mind that there's something out there for each and every one of you. And it's up to you to go out there and find your niche.
You learn just to stick with it. I mean, there's lots of days where you don't really feel like doing it, or you don't feel like grinding it out, and you got to do it. Those are the highs and lows of being an athlete, and if you want to feel those highs, you got to go through those lows every now and then.
This time when you run and you just want to stop, you just want to give up, like, to hell with this, I just want to go home. This day when you get up and you know what, you have a training today, you know it's going to be intense, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to go today, but you got to go.
When you play sports and you're committed to something, the commitment, the responsibility of showing up to practice on time, to being there for your teammates, to listening to your coaches, it's a responsibility that you have when you're playing with a group, that you have to hold your end of the bargain.
When you have to make a putt, you make a putt. You have to hit the shot, you hit the shot. You just sort of like drop into another zone, and you block out everything.
Sometimes the will can outdo the skill. And sometimes a fella's will is stronger than the man who's actually better physically, and the determination weakens the other man just to see him so determined.
I still feel I have a lot to prove, not just as a player, but as a person, as a father. When I get to a point where I feel I can improve as a player, I walk away from the game.
I am the greatest. Hard f***ing work. You put it in, you believe in it, you will succeed.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you become better at your craft.
Some of the best athletes, the greatest athletes in the world, do things when they're uncomfortable.
You just have to stay calm, because it's not finished until the last point, no matter how close you get. I've been working so hard all my life to be here, and I was determined to get this.
You gotta start from way down the bottom. You gotta let it grow up with you. And if you're successful and you try hard enough, you're bound to come out on top. Just like these boys have come to the top now.
Mentally, we have a vision, we have a finish that we have to attain, you know, and sometimes you have to do it when you're old and you're tired, you know, and I think it's the test of your will to succeed.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame. But the most important thing is the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about the standings or, you know, the perception of my style or whatever, as long as I could keep learning these new tricks. And so as I was successful in competition and winning a lot of the events, my job was just to keep getting better.
All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
People perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B.
We were down 1-0, and if you walked into our locker room at halftime, you thought we were up 3-0.
Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough.
You just never give up, because you never know what can happen. You never know who you can inspire and who you can influence.
I'm not going to go out and say I'm the greatest this or that. I was a kid with a dream. That's it.
You have to fail in order to climb that ladder.
You are fighting the greatest fight of all times.
And I fought because I knew it was not doomed to be a losing fight. It couldn't be a losing fight.
You know, as long as you believe in what you're doing and you're doing things you love to do, then you can go out there and be the best at it. And that's, you know, that should give you a lot of enjoyment, fulfillment in your life.
Always keep an open mind that there's something out there for each and every one of you. And it's up to you to go out there and find your niche.
You learn just to stick with it. I mean, there's lots of days where you don't really feel like doing it, or you don't feel like grinding it out, but you got to do it. You know, those are the highs and lows of being an athlete, and if you want to feel those highs, you got to go through those lows every now and then.
This time when you run and you just want to stop, you just want to give up, like, to hell with this, I just want to go home. This day when you get up and you know what, you have a training today, you know it's going to be intense, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to go today, but you got to go.
When you play sports and you're committed to something, the commitment, the responsibility of showing up to practice on time, to being there for your teammates, to listening to your coaches. It's a responsibility that you have when you're playing with a group, that you have to hold your end of the bargain.
When you have to make a putt, you make a putt. You have to hit the shot, you hit the shot. You just sort of like drop into another zone and you block out everything.
Sometimes the will can outdo the skill. And sometimes a fella's will is stronger than the man who's actually better physically, and the determination weakens the other man just to see him so determined.
I still feel I have a lot to prove, not just as a player, but as a person, as a father. When I get to a point where I feel I can improve as a player, I walk away from the game.
I am the greatest. Hard f***ing work. You put it in, you believe in it, you will succeed.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you become better at your craft.
Some of the best athletes, the greatest athletes in the world, do things when they're uncomfortable.
You just have to stay calm because it's not finished to the last point, no matter how close you get. I've been working so hard all my life to be here, and I was determined to get this.
You gotta start from way down the bottom. You gotta let it grow up with you. And if you're successful and you try hard enough, you're bound to come out on top, just like these boys have come to the top now.
Mentally, we have a vision, we have a finish that we have to attain, and sometimes you have to do it when you're old and you're tired, and I think it's the test of your will to succeed.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame. But the most important thing is the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about the standings or, the perception of my style or whatever, as long as I could keep learning these new tricks. And so as I was successful in competition and winning a lot of the events, my job was just keep getting better.
All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
People perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B.
We were down 1-0, and if you walked into our locker room at halftime, you thought we were up 3-0.
Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough.
You just never give up because you never know what can happen. You never know who you can inspire and who you can influence.
I'm not going to go out and say I'm the greatest this or that. I was a kid with a dream. That's it.
You have to fail in order to climb that ladder.
You are fighting the greatest fight of all times.
And I fought because I knew it was not doomed to be a losing fight. It couldn't be a losing fight.
You know, as long as you believe in what you're doing and you're doing things you love to do, then you can go out there and be the best at it. And that's, you know, that should give you a lot of enjoyment, fulfillment in your life.
Always keep an open mind that there's something out there for each and every one of you. And it's up to you to go out there and find your niche.
You learn just to stick with it. I mean, there's lots of days where you don't really feel like doing it, or you don't feel like grinding it out, but you got to do it. You know, those are the highs and lows of being an athlete, and if you want to feel those highs, you got to go through those lows every now and then.
This time when you run and you just want to stop, you just want to give up, like, to hell with this, I just want to go home. This day when you get up and you know what, you have a training today, you know it's going to be intense, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to go today, but you got to go.
When you play sports and you're committed to something, the commitment, the responsibility of showing up to practice on time, to being there for your teammates, to listening to your coaches, it's a responsibility that you have when you're playing with a group, that you have to hold your end of the bargain.
When you have to make a putt, you make a putt. You have to hit the shot, you hit the shot. You just sort of like drop into another zone and you block out everything.
Sometimes the will can outdo the skill. And sometimes a fella's will is stronger than the man who's actually better physically, and the determination and weakens the other man just to see him so determined.
I still feel I have a lot to prove, not just as a player, but as a person, as a father. When I get to a point where I feel I can improve as a player, I walk away from the game.
I am the greatest. Hard f***ing work. You put it in, you believe in it, you will succeed.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you become better at your craft.
Some of the best athletes, the greatest athletes in the world, do things when they're uncomfortable.
You just have to stay calm because it's not finished to the last point, no matter how close you get. I've been working so hard all my life to be here, and I was determined to get this.
You gotta start from way down the bottom. You gotta let it grow up with you. And if you're successful and you try hard enough, you're bound to come out on top, just like me.
All right, guys, how we doing tonight? It's Lance Lisciotti and Joe. I'm joined in the booth tonight by Joe Kearns. How you doing tonight, Joe?
Doing pretty well, man. Looking forward to a good game here.
Yeah, we're in for a good one tonight. We have Oscar Deleon from Yale and Kevin Kiely, who's a local here and also at US1 Billiards. And they're playing a race to 11 9-ball. They're playing rack your own, call the 9, rack the 2 in the back. Joss tour type of fouls and make a score tour type of fouls, where if you move something pre-shot, it's opponent's option. If you move anything in the active shooting, it's a foul. And yeah, we're in for a good one tonight. And it looks like Oscar won the opening lag. And here we go.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's a pretty even matchup. I mean, I've talked to a handful of people about it. I feel like it's pretty even split with who people like. So I think it's ultimately going to come down to a couple things. I mean, one, the break is going to be huge, right? This table doesn't always rack perfectly. It looks like that one was good. A little unlucky on the 1 ball there, but the break's going to be big. And then really it's just going to come down to who's making mistakes and who's not.
Yeah, and who's closing out racks, who's not making mistakes late in a rack.
Yep. Yeah, that's huge. You know, it's one thing, you can play a rack perfectly up until the 9 ball. If you dog the 9, nothing else matters, right?
Right.
All right, so we'll see how Oscar plays this one. It's tough to get behind the 6 here. Well, I think maybe that's what you should try, a little bit of low left. No, I don't think that's what he's doing. Maybe he's going to put it behind the 4. Yeah, okay. That's what he went for. And he hit it good, but he caught that nipple on the 1 ball. If he misses that nipple, he's going to be stuck pretty good. Kevin's going to be stuck pretty good behind the 4 there. Now he's got a clear shot, I think, and then a pretty open table after that.
Any predictions in the chat? Who you guys like tonight? Any score predictions? Who you rooting for?
Tough miss on the 1 there. I did not see that one coming. I don't know if it's, first rack jitters here. Let's see if Oscar can capitalize. All right, and two early misses on the 1 ball. Let's see if Kevin can make something of it. Yes, Sarah, that's me in here with your man. How you doing? Oof. Okay, and we got a few misses early on here. A couple uncharacteristic ones by Kevin. He's going to like to tighten that up a little bit. Didn't leave a gimme on the 2, but if he can make it, it's pretty natural position, I think, to come around 2 rails and maybe 3 in the same pocket. What do you think, Lance?
Yeah, I like that. Two rails, you said, or 3? 2, right?
I was thinking 2 and 3 in the same pocket, because the 3's not going to go by the 5 there if you come too far.
Oh, he's holding for the side pocket.
Oh, yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he tried to. Wow.
Yep, just found himself behind the 5 ball. And he's going to have a 1 rail kick and try to kick the 3 on the side. Be great, but it's tough.
It is. And if he makes it, he's going to be good on the 4 pretty much. Oh, we missed it entirely. I didn't see that one coming. We've had a few. It's been a slow start to this one so far. But that's how it goes sometimes, It's a long race. Got to kind of get comfortable here. They know they're on the stream. They know people are watching. Sometimes you get a little jittery. But I like to see them both settle in a little bit here and make some balls. All right, Carlton Beach says 11-9 Oscar. So I forget who I was just talking to about that, Carlton, but I like, I could see this going 11-9 kind of either way. I don't see this being a blowout in either direction. I mean, anything's always possible if one guy just kind of falls apart, but I think these guys are real evenly matched, and I feel like a 2-game spread either way feels like the number to me.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a tight set here.
Yep. Dave says 11-8 Kevin. And we got Dave coming up in a nice match tomorrow too, right, Lance?
Yeah, Dave will be playing Jason Longo tomorrow. Some one pocket, a race to 3, and Jason Longo gets the opening break, which is pretty big in a race to 3. If it goes hill, he's raking.
Because what do they say typically? The break in one pocket is supposed to be worth like 2 to 3 balls.
Yeah, like 2 balls, they usually say. So this is not ideal. It's doable, but not ideal.
No, he was trying to leave himself straighter on that 7 ball.
Hit
He hit it real good.
Yeah, he sure did. And he's off the rail.
Yeah, you can't really hit that one better with that position there.
Yeah, he hit that great. But this is the one that matters.
Yep. Just got to bear down here. Knows he's the favorite to make it. Just got to do it. Oof.
And a little opening rack jitters. I mean, it wasn't a hanger, but he was the favorite.
But he left as good of a hanger, I believe. Oscar, I don't expect he's gonna miss this one.
Yeah, this one lays pretty good. So Oscar wins the first rack, striking first. And you know what they say about the first? The first and the last are often the hardest racks to win.
Absolutely. It's like we've kind of both been saying here, you're on the stream, Lance, you've done a great job with the Make a Score tour here. You get a lot of viewers, good, strong following, a lot of support, and I think people know that, right? So they know that there's going to be people watching, and a lot of strong players that are likely going to be watching. So that's always going to kind of be in the back of your head,
Right. Thank you for the kind words, sir. Try my best here. Pretty happy with the progress so far, but still a long ways to go. Going to be doing some streaming at the expo. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, oh man, I wish I could be down there. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm going to be, so I'll be in Florida with my family, which I'm happy about. But I do at the same time wish that I could be down there. You're going to be doing some streaming. I know there's going to be a lot of folks down there. I know you got your own booth, right? And then Dave, actually, who's one of your guys playing tomorrow, is going to be splitting a booth with DeMarco and a couple people.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I don't have a booth, but
oh, sorry.
It's all right. But I'm going to be roaming around, and I'm going to be streaming, and I'm going to be gambling, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't been there since I think it was 2019, and that was a terrible year because they didn't have the practice room, which is really the gambling room. So
yeah.
That was not very fun, but this year should be a lot of fun.
Can I just send you down with a few hundred and we'll just split whatever bets you like?
Yeah, if you want, I'm in. Hopefully I parlay it into 10,000 for you.
Love it. All right, so let's see what's happening here. I think Oscar likes to play safety on this, try to get behind that 4-5 area.
Yeah, that's what he was trying, but it looks like if it got past the side enough, then it's very tough, but Kev might be able to back cut it in the side.
Yeah, I think he can back cut it and with some low and come up off the short rail up there.
Might be able to just use all right.
Okay.
And try to spin it in, and then, well, let's see. He might
I think he's actually going, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, he had a good made it, but scratched.
Yeah, I think maybe just it's tough to say. I was going to say he hit it a little too firm maybe and the spin didn't catch, but it's not like that 2 just rocketed into the side. It was slow rolling. He had to hit that pretty thin with how far up table it was. Oscar's looking to see if he likes the combo. He's not going to take it. And I think that's the right call. A lot of guys will try to just fire that combination in, but it can go wrong real easy.
Yeah, this outlay's pretty good, the combo lay's pretty good too, but the outlay's good as well. The 3, 4, 5, 6 are all right here down table, very manageable, and then 8, 9 is
both center table, right?
Right. Yeah, I like running out here.
You basically just you're supposed to get out here.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's because you made a mistake.
Right.
At least at this speed, right?
Yeah. Totally agree.
Grabbing his extension there.
For all the basketball fans out there, Purdue won 63-50.
Okay. I like that. I do.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, Lance.
Yeah, I bet.
And we got the UConn men coming up against Alabama in a little while here. That's going to be an exciting one too.
Yeah, let's go UConn by 11 or less or something like that. Let's go UConn one time.
Just throwing out numbers,
just
right?
Out there. Yeah, I think they win by 11.
All right, what do we got here? I don't know, Quinn Gonzalez. My name Kevin Kiely, and I like the smiley. I don't know who you are, but I like the enthusiasm, Quinn.
Yeah, sounds legit to me. So Oscar with a good chance to run out here. He's going to go forward 2 rails.
Hit that a little bit. Is he going to get good for the opposite corner? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah. Maybe it almost looked like that's what he was playing. I mean,
it's possible. But looks like he's got a perfect line.
Yeah.
Oh, he overhit it. But he's okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
He did overhit it a little, but that shouldn't be a problem, I don't think.
No, he's definitely the favorite to get out here.
Just waiting. Yeah, we got some randoms on both the tables around them. So he's taking his time. Sometimes people don't really know when there's an action match going on, especially when you're not kind of regulars. But that's okay. Oscar steps up.
And just like that, Oscar with a 2-0 lead.
That was a good out, and it goes back, right? I like him playing the out instead of trying to take the combo. The combo was there, but I feel like running it out helps build confidence.
All right, Oscar makes 2, 4, 6. Oh, he broke dry. I thought the wing
God,
went
yeah,
high,
I thought so too.
And Kevin with a great opening opportunity here. 1 ball hanging, 2 in the side.
And the only thing, look at do you try to get the 9 in early? Because
think
where the 4 is, I don't like.
I think the move is here. You make the 1, you come out for the 2, you pocket the 2, you stop here, you shoot the 3 in the corner. You come down with the cue ball, and then you shoot the 4-9 combo, or if you stay high with the cue ball, you shoot the 4-9 carom.
It's hard for me to tell how close to the rail that 4 is. Do you think the combo goes okay?
Yeah, you can play the combo rail first if you have to.
Okay.
The carom is probably going to end up being a higher percentage look, but there's a little bit of traffic down table he might have to navigate with. I think that might have been...
That's why I'm almost thinking you play this one. Do you think he maybe takes a flyer at that 9 ball right now?
He might have to, because he just made a mistake. Going rail first was not smart there. It caused the cue ball to come out this way. Had he cut the ball in, the cue ball takes more of a path like this, and he wanted to be more here for the 2. So
he did call that 9 ball though.
Yeah, I don't blame him, because now if he pockets the 2 on the side, his cue ball's coming down table, no good. So because he got too steep up table from his previous rail first shot.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, if he pockets it, it's not going clean in.
Right. It was the previous shot that was the problem.
Yep. No, you're right. And it
Dan Usello in the chat. What's up, Dan? What's going on, folks? Lance, is that Kearns with you in the booth? It sure is. I don't know why tonight, guys, but the chat is not the right size. I might work on it in the background and see if I could get it working, but it's smaller than normal.
Dan the chemist, that is me. How you doing, buddy? All right, and Kevin misses his combination. I'm a little surprised he went for the combo and not the carom. And Lance, I agree with you. I think if he pockets the 2, he's gonna miss the 9 ball. But I think if you go for the carom, even if you miss the 9 ball, I think the 2 is going to kind of naturally roll back up center table and leave it tough. Oh, and did Oscar just scratch on that? Oh, man. That is a break for Kevin here. One that he needed. He needs to get out here. He's got a pretty good look. You know, he's just got to get good shape on this 4, and then rest of the table's not bad. 5 to the 6 is maybe the only like potential problem I see, but it's not even, you can't even call it a problem, I don't think. We'll see how he plays it, but this looks pretty natural. This whole thing looks pretty natural to me. Okay, yep, he hit that one good. And kind of just like stun this one back off the rail, bring it down a little bit, but you don't want to overhit this and bring it too far center table. Yeah, that should be perfect. All right, now this is the shot here. He's really, you hit this one good. Maybe a little, it looks like he's stunning it and he's going to come around the underside of the 7 ball. I don't know if I love that. I almost like playing this just like kind of like top right and making the 7 in the opposite corner. Oh boy. All right, nothing going Kevin's way so far. Still a lot of action left. See if Oscar can capitalize on this one. He's shooting it up in the corner. And he chinned it. Ooh, a little funny on the shape there, though. Right, I think maybe, yeah. Oof, this is not ideal. Maybe you cut this in the lower right corner there. But it's not going to be, you know, it's a very makeable shot, but no, okay, he's going to go lower left. Great shot. Couldn't hit that much better. No. That's perfect.
Be right back with you guys shortly. I'm just trying to correct this. The text, the size of the text for the live chat here. And Oscar with a good opportunity here to run out and take a 3-0 lead. He got pretty straight on this 8 ball, though. He might have to draw back and play short side. That's what he did, and he hit it very good.
Yeah, just Oscar's, yeah, after that first rack, neither of them played great in the first rack, but since then, Oscar started bearing down, and Kevin still needs to settle in a little bit, I think. But Oscar looking good here. All right, there it is. 3-0. Oscar pulls ahead.
They keep scoring.
Oh.
All right, and Oscar, with a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Kevin's got to make something happen here. We'll see how Oscar breaks and what he can do here. Looks like it's going to be dry. Does he leave a shot? He leaves something. It's not great.
Yeah, not a great shot.
Yeah,
You're stretching.
It's very makeable, but if he does make it, it looks like he's kind of running back down into either the 2 or the 4. Easy to get out of shape if he does elect to go for the shot here. I kind of like maybe you kind of play the 1 ball off 2 rails and try to leave the cue up behind the 5, something like that. What do you think, Lance?
I think it looks like he's going in on it.
Yeah,
or he's playing maybe a sort of a 2-way.
How do you see the 2-way? Yeah, he's definitely going for it, but that's tricky because I mean, obviously he missed it. The cue ball is going to roll a little bit different if he makes it, but that was tough. I don't know that I love the way he played that. Because again, Kevin's really got to try to make something happen here. I mean, he's down 3-0. It's a race to 11, so there's a lot of pool left. But you don't want to go down. You don't want to go down 4-0 here. If nothing else, you got to get something to get the confidence going.
Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty big rack. 3-1 or 4-0 is a huge difference.
Yep, absolutely. And after those couple, the 7 ball's still a little funny down there. That's the one thing he's gonna have to get a plan for. I mean, maybe you just play it and you play the 7-9. But I don't love to see the combinations. But and he underhit that one a little bit. I think
he might go into the 9 here and move it later for the 7 ball. You pocket the 4 here, and the cue ball comes into the 9, moving it.
Oh, yep, I don't hate that. I mean, it's going to make the 5. He's got to hit it good if he wants to get decent shape on the 5, is the only thing. Right?
Yeah. I mean, if he hit it soft and left his cue ball here, he could play the 5 in the corner and carom the 6. Which is basically what we're probably going to see here.
Yep, that's what it looks like. Unless he tries to draw and come underneath and play the 6 in the same pocket, maybe. But
you're not really gaining much because that would be great if the 7 went in the corner here, because you'd pocket the 5 and you'd want to come over here with the cue ball, and then you'd pocket the 6 and slide over for the 7.
But yeah, it doesn't. From here, at least, it does not look like the 7 passes.
Right. I'm guessing he's playing to run out to a 7-9 combo or a safety, one or the other.
Yep, and he hit it exactly like you said. Let's see how he plays this one. You got to expect he's going to play the combo. Yep, that's what he's looking at. All right, Andy Downs, easy money. Oscar is stealing. All right, well, I mean, so far, it doesn't look like you're wrong, but there's a lot of pool left, and you can't count Kevin out. So we'll see how that goes, but I would never call Kevin Kiely. I would never call that easy money. So we'll see what happens. But Oscar did leave him tough here, though. What do you think? You gotta. I don't think that 7 goes by the 9. You gotta try to. If you want to make it, I think you gotta back cut it here.
Yeah, I think there's a safety here where you bank the 7. And you play the cue ball bottom rail under the 9. Yeah, that's the shot.
That's what he went for. Yeah. How good did it work?
Yeah, not bad. I'll tell you though, if Oscar kicks this way at the 7, that 9 ball is going to be tracking to that corner pretty close. It depends how much of a gap there is.
That's what I was going to say. I can't tell how close they are, but it does look like there's some space where if he hits it kind of on the short side of that 7 ball,
he's looking at it, the 9 might bank. I think that, and I think
and they are playing call the 9, correct?
Correct. Yeah, he called it. He called it over here.
So he's going to have to put some juice on this one.
Yeah. He's going to have to hit it pretty full. You want to make nice, clean, full contact here. And he did not hit it full. And he's going to
Oh.
give up a pretty good look here, so you just cinch the 7. Your position is natural.
Yep, just kind of nice, soft, natural position. You don't have to do anything fancy here at all.
Just smooth it in. Just make the ball. There is a 1 in 100 scratch in the side, but that's the only thing.
Don't even. Why are you putting that out there?
Well, happens
I
every once in a while.
I kid. No, and he hits that good, just like you said.
Yeah, looks like you might end up stuck on the rail for the 9, but he should be just fine.
Just try to play a stop shot, bring it
Yeah.
back, punch it off the rail a little bit, but
Right.
you don't have to do anything fancy with where it is. Oh no, he tried to get it off the rail, and he didn't have to.
Yeah, that's a big mistake there at
Because he
in a
really-
crucial rack.
Yeah, he really didn't have to do anything fancy there. So I think Kevin is a little bit in his own head right now. He's trying to do too much with that one. You got to expect Oscar's out here. He gets the extension, but he's a short guy like me, so he's going to have to get the bridge anyway. All right, and this should be 4-0. Don't want to call it a commanding lead, but it's not a commanding lead either.
Yeah, I think one of the bigger problems with it too is how Oscar just won this rack. You know, like that. You know, Kev's not feeling good, obviously, and it's one thing if your opponent's just breaking a run and you're like, well, you know, when I get my opportunity, I might also.
Yeah.
But Kev is not making the most of his opportunities.
Because he's had them, right?
He's had them.
It's not like he hasn't.
No, he's had them.
It's not like Oscar, like you said, Oscar's not breaking and running, but Oscar's also not, playing him lock up safeties every time he's not making a ball.
Right.
Kevin's had his chances and he hasn't capitalized so far. Still a lot of pool left, but Kevin really, and I said it last rack, but if Kevin wants to keep himself in this, he really needs to make it happen now.
Man, I don't know why this chat on screen, live chat, text on screen thing is not cooperating, but man, just can't get it right. No, I know. That's fine. No big deal. So, Oscar, the 4-0 lead. Kev's going to have to get on board. He's going to have to strike back pretty soon here. But Oscar's been struggling to break. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the 5 ball, the wing ball. It went high.
Well, and you see that a lot on this table, honestly. A lot of the way that, when people break, I feel like with the speed that they're used to breaking, you see that wing ball going high very consistently. I think if you want to make it in the corner, you either have to adjust where you're hitting that one ball or bring down the speed.
Right.
All right, so it's got a good shot at the 2 with relatively simple position on the 3, but then the 3 to the 4 is what he's got to look out for here, I think. Oh, and okay. For a second, I was worried he was drawing that in the side, but he hit that really well. But this is the shot here. I can't tell. It looks like maybe if he leaves it high, he can still make that in the side and come around. It's hard to see if he's going to hit the 5 after he hits the 4, or if he could potentially come down and make the 5 in the same side. What do you think, Lance? Is he going to, if he makes this 3 ball, can he make that 4 without hitting the 5 ball?
It's going to be tough. Let's see.
Oh,
yeah,
he
he's
came
playing.
down.
Yeah, he must have a window.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay. So he's got a chance here. That's he got
I don't
a little.
think he wanted to stun it up quite
Right.
in that direction, though.
Right. He might have been. Yeah. He might have been trying to draw out more for a
Yes.
back cut for his next shot.
I think he came up a little higher than he wanted to, but it looks like he can still play it with follow and stun into the side rail there, the long rail. Oh. Not how he thought. I thought he was going to play it. He left the shot for sure, but Oscar is right on the rail, so it's not a gimme. All right, Oscar hits that one good. And it looks pretty natural from here. Oh, Oscar missed it. I did not expect that. Oscar, the last few racks, has been shooting very well.
And he had a great chance to run out there.
Yeah.
So Kev, make him pay right here. And you got to play a good safe here.
No, he overhit it. He overhit it. See, and he didn't take his time. He did not take his time with that one. Kevin's definitely frustrated right now. I don't think he's just not quite bearing down. But you know what? Honestly, with as easy as a shot on the 6 is, he's going to have to do something. No. I take it back. Yeah, it was pretty straightforward to get on the 7 there. Oh, I thought he missed it again for a second. All right, let's see if Oscar can close this one out. If he does, this is going to be problems for Kevin. And oof, wow. He misses it. And he definitely leaves a shot in the side. I think Kevin can make this off 2 to 3 rails coming underneath the 9 ball there with the 9 in the lower left pocket. Yep, he's going to play it off 3. Oh, he underhit it a little bit. Oh, man.
Yeah, he's got a good look here, though. I don't think the side pocket scratches.
No, I think I think he should come short of that side. Still not where he wants to be.
I think
but if he makes it, this is gonna be big for him.
He made it.
And he drills it.
All right, Kevin on the board.
And that's what he needed. He really needed that. I mean, we said it last time, right? The difference between 4-0 and 3-1 is big. The difference between 5-0 and 4-1 is even bigger. So that's a big rack for Kevin, getting on the board there. Let's see what he can do with the break. Either way, looking good. Boom. All right.
Kev to break.
Makes that 1 ball, and I think he made the wing and the 1 ball. So all right.
And the opening look.
Yep. That is a great break. He's got the 2, looks pretty clean to get onto the 4.
Jerry Descharme in the chat asking, is that Mr. Kearns I hear?
It is me, Jerry. How you doing, buddy? So Jerry plays on my Thursday team, but he took a new job recently, and he's been out of state quite a bit. We're missing you, Jerry. All right, Kevin hits that just about as good as you can. Oh, you want a little bit of angle. I think he's fine. I can't tell if he's dead straight. You don't want to be stunning up into the 8 ball, really. I can't tell exactly what the line is. It looks like he might if he... Yeah, you don't want to stun that into the 8 ball. Maybe he can play forward and come off 2 rails back down a little bit. It's so hard to tell from here exactly what that line looks like. Yeah, it looks like he is going to play forward. Oh, okay, so that is not what I expected, but he hit that good. It's a big shot here, though. You know, the 5 is definitely makeable, but it's not easy to get a great shot on the 6. Maybe he plays it kind of firm and plays the 6 in the side on the right. Oh, no, he likes to play safety. He overhits it a little bit, but that's not horrible. I don't think Oscar's going to fire at this one. I think Oscar's going to try to return safe. But it's not a straightforward safety. Okay. Yep. Oscar did try to play safe. He was trying to see, and it almost looked like he was trying to get the 5 behind the 8 and the cue ball behind the 9. I think on that one you just got to focus on one or the other. Let's see what Kevin can do with it. Kevin plays the combination, and how good did he hit that one? Okay, he threw the hand up. Evidently, that's not what he was actually going for, but it looked good. I should kind of just draw this back for the 6 in the top right corner there, and then it should be, yep, looks pretty good there. And you'd just like to see him take his time here. He was kind of rushing some of them earlier. It looks like he's slowing it down a bit. I like that. Yep, hits that good. Again, just don't want to rush these. Don't take it for granted. Looks like he's slowing it down. Okay, there you go.
And what a turn of events. It looked like we were headed for 5-0, and now just like this, we're at 4-2.
Yep, and I did it for a second. It looked like Kevin played that combination intentionally. But he did. He put the hand up, so I'm not sure the safety that he was trying to play exactly. But I don't think he intended that 5-8 combination. But a fortuitous swing for Kevin, and he needed it.
Yeah, you saw him throw his hand up. You know, he might have caught a roll there, but it happens. And sometimes you're on the good end of it, and sometimes you're on the bad end of it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 9-ball, it's just part of the game. You see it, even the pros, it just happens. All right, and Kev to break, down 4-2. Looks like he didn't mark up his last game, but the score is 4-2. All right, he pockets the wing ball, doesn't make the 1 that time, but looks like he's going to get a good look at it anyway. And then the 2's sitting nice as well. Very good break by Kevin.
All right, I'm finally getting this chat back to almost where it was. Things been driving me nuts.
And Dan Usella, how big was that miss last track by Oscar? Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It does the swings can kill you here. But let's see what Kevin can do. If he can make something out of this rack. Oof. All right, but he leaves it tough here still. But either way, Dan, completely agree with you there. You know, that's it was a big swing. You know, could have been 5-0 with Oscar breaking again. Now you got 4-2. It's only a 2-game differential. So anybody's game at this point. Oscar swinging at that one, and it's a great shot. Wow, I expected him to play safe on that one, but he hit that just about as good as you could have. And that might be him saying, you know what, I'm not giving up this lead. I'm taking my driver's seat back. Let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, he's looking pretty loose and relaxed. You know what I mean? Like comfortable. You could see he's shooting a little faster. It could be frustration, but I think it's just being relaxed and.
Well, and realistically, like he did, like Dan said, I mean, he missed that 8-ball. But other than that, you know, the first rack, neither one played well. But since then, Oscar has been shooting very, very well. Kevin's got it together these last 2 racks here, but. You know, minus a couple little mistakes by Oscar, he's been shooting very well, and I think he's just trying to keep that rhythm going. So let's see if he can do it. He hits that one just about perfect. you kind of just, you try to draw this one back just a little bit, and he should be in good shape.
Okay, I'm finally done fiddling with the chat thing. I think we're good now. I'm gonna leave it there.
All right, I'll believe it when I see it, Lance.
Yeah, guys.
For anybody out there, I know I've been talking a lot, but it's only because, well, I like to talk, but also because Lance has been trying to get this chat figured out for everybody for the past half an hour here.
Right. And I'm trying to multitask, trying to do my best here, but it's you, Joe. You understand, and I'm sure the viewers like it too. Having the live chat on the screen is, I think, a beautiful thing.
Oh, absolutely.
It helps us engage with the chat more, and it helps everybody talk about the match more as a community without, you know.
Yep. And Oscar misses that one. I'm a little surprised because he's been in that rhythm, like we were just saying, and he misses it. He leaves a pretty good shot here. I think you. Now, do you look to draw this back? I kind of like playing kind of top right, maybe, or top. Top left rather.
It's either high left or low right. Now, the issue with low right is you're coming towards the side pocket.
Yep.
The issue with high left is you might come into the 9.
I think. Do you think it can come around? I feel like you can come around underneath the 9, though. No.
High left, 3 rails, and probably even around.
That's that's the way that I was looking at it. Let's see how he elects to play it.
So
wow,
he went that way.
He kind of stunned it.
Yeah, so he fell on the low side because he was so worried about that side pocket.
Yeah, I don't like the way he played that though. I mean, you know, you got a shot. It's not an easy one. That I didn't expect him to play it that way though. See if he can come with a big shot here. And he gins it, and he's going to be real good on that 9 ball.
Yeah, he hit that good. But
yep.
He's got to finish here though.
Still got to finish. And you got to take your time here, Kevin. And I think that's what he's doing. That's good. And just avoid that side. Wow, flirting with the side a little bit there. But nice out by Kevin. He got a little bit of funny on that 7 ball, but hit a great shot. Good shot on the 9 to finish it. 4-3 after being down 4-0. That's big.
Sure is. Here he comes. What, it looked like it was going to be 5-0, 4-3. Anyone's game from here. Oscar had all the momentum in the world. Now you got to feel like Kevin's got the momentum.
Yep. And it looks like Kevin is really settling in now, too, because even on the first one that Kevin won, it was kind of like Oscar missed a ball. Kevin kind of eked that first one out. But especially that last track there, you can tell Kevin's getting comfortable. And, Oscar, you got to expect, is a little frustrated at this point. But still, Oscar's got a game. He's still up a game. So we'll see how it shakes out. But Oscar doesn't want to let too many more slip away from him here. Bob Hoffman says, chat size test. Thanks, Bob. Oh, and Kevin scratches on the break there with a pretty open table. How does this look? All right, 2 to the 3. I think that's going to be the one. If you can get 2 to the 3, everything else looks pretty good.
All right, Oscar's got he wants it to keep going if it can.
It's how do you think he tries to play this? I feel like it seems like he wanted to come down more, but I think if you play this kind of like low left, he runs a risk of running into the 4 or the 8 there, trying to come around table. What do you think? Oh,
if this holds.
No, that's no good. He's stuck.
Yeah, but you know what? You have a nice little kick and stick here.
Yep.
Kick from behind, and you want to kick it in like some sort of that type of line, kick and stick.
Yep, but so
or
agreed.
You could even go this way.
Is that not the exact same thing you did the first time?
No, I did this.
I'm kidding.
Oh, we could see it.
Oh wow, he did see it, and he hit it real good.
But
Get off the
position-
rail. Got to get off the rail.
Yeah, this is double tough here.
Yeah, because if he's off the rail a little bit more, he can make that top left, same pocket he just made it in, and draw it back. But now if he wants to try to do that, he's got to jack up, and that makes that 4 ball a whole lot harder. And that is what he's going for, but this is not an easy shot.
Side pocket. Oh, the 7 was blocking it. It was going to be close.
See, and he swung at that one fast, but you know what? I know I've been kind of saying, like, Kevin needs to slow down, but I at some point I was watching Oscar shoot, and I saw him miss a couple balls, and I was like, hey, man, like, why don't you just slow it down a little bit? And he's like, that's just how I play. It seems like Oscar he's just a rhythm-type player. He doesn't take a lot of time. When he sees the shot, he wants to just get up there and shoot it. Lance, I thought you told me you were going to stop messing around with stuff here.
Yeah, I'm always messing around. And I have a match tomorrow, too, so just making sure. I'm trying to get everything fine-tuned here.
Oof.
Something weird happened where I came in today and, like, a bunch of settings had just changed back to, like, default or whatever. And
Okay. Now, Kevin took a big swing at that one. He had to get around on the 5. And you know, I think if he makes that, he was actually going to sit real good on the 5. He missed it a little bit. But he's leaving it tough. And again, it's the same thing. Like, if Oscar makes this, it's going to be tough to get on the 4, or the 5, rather.
That's no good.
No, he plays a safe, or he tries to play a safe, but
He
does not get there.
He sold out there. So, Kev, you know, you roll this in. It doesn't look... the cue ball goes to the left of the 8. Looks like the cue ball's got a nice path to come in this type of direction.
Yep.
And the 5's right there. 7 in the side, 8 in the corner, 9 probably in the same pocket. Oh... you know what? That's a good leave if you're Kevin, though.
It is.
This is double tough to try to run out from here to get on the 5 from here.
Even if he's not on the rail, it's not easy, and then being on the rail just makes it even worse. And what do you like? I don't see a safety. Like, I think you got to try to shoot this ball in.
You can go up and down with the cue ball. You tried to bank it.
Oh, okay. Almost looked like she tried to do a little bit of a 2-way, like, because if he misses it, if you kind of roll it a little further.
If the cue ball had gotten down,
exactly,
down below
right.
the 9. Now this is no hanger because it looks like the angle kind of draws that right towards the 5.
Right into the 5, yeah.
And you really, with how worn this cloth is, it's hard to go high right and go forward, you know, and back down.
Yeah, I think you got to try to draw it.
Yeah, you have to.
And he tried to cheat it a little bit to manipulate an angle to get for that 5 in the lower left corner.
Yeah.
But you know what? One of them, you know, Kevin, both of them have gotten lucky with their last couple misses. I mean, I know Kevin had an open shot there, but both of them, they're leaving shots, but they're not leaving anything easy to get back on that 5. This one might be the best look yet.
I hit that good.
Yep.
Watch out 8 ball, but I think it's going to hold up.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Yep. All right, let's see if he can get out. I think they've both been a little frustrated with this rack, but Oscar's got a very good look at it here after pocketing that 4. Yep, looks like he got just enough up to play it off the rail and back out a little bit for the 8 in the lower right there. Just like that. And Oscar should be in pretty good shape on this one. I don't love that woman coming up and racking directly behind him when Oscar's about to get down over a shot.
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes you got,
Saturday night.
Some walk-ins, right?
Yeah.
That don't quite know the etiquette.
Saturday night, and
he's
busy.
got space anyway. He's got space.
Busy night tonight. Come on down if you're in the area. Rack's Billiards, Vernon, Connecticut, and 50-yard line.
Oof! Wow, like exactly 50-yard line. But no, agreed. Lance, just like you said, Rack's Billiards. It's been popular on the weekends lately. The league nights have always been crowded, but Pete's doing great things. Jill, the bar manager here, is constantly trying to come up with with new drink specials. Oof, wow, tough miss by Oscar, but he missed it on the pro side.
Exactly, right out of stole the words right out of my mouth, and missed it on the pro side. Didn't give up much here. I mean, if the cue ball was off the rail more, I would take a swing at it rail first with inside English. Low inside. Being this far and that tight to the rail,
you can't try that shot.
I mean, you can, but it's very difficult.
But what else do you do? This is not an easy safety. Do you play maybe like left side of the cue ball?
He can try to thin it and come up table, but
that's tough too.
Yeah.
I think you kind of got to swing at it.
He could try the four railer. The old Kevin Guimond.
I was going to say, I know his name's Kevin, but.
Wow.
And he hit that good.
He hit that
real
super good. I know it looks very simple, chat, but that is a very difficult shot.
Did you come up with your own version of Bobby Hilton's boom?
Why did I say boom?
No, you didn't. I'm curious because, like, what do we say in that? What do we say here? Because that was.
Oh, look at this. Bang.
Oh, wow.
Any other table in the joint, that ball's in.
Wow. You got to feel for him on that one. He hit that real good.
All right, so here we go. From 4-0 to 4-4. Joe stepped out, used the bathroom real quick. And Kevin, let's see if he makes a wing ball. 3 balls, shot right in, but he might have scratched. Oh, the 6 ball, hello. And look at this, opening shot at the 1. Now the 2 ball, he needs the 2 ball to go in the side, because if it does not, it doesn't appear, it does not appear to pass the 8. It's very tight. It might, but it's close. I think he's looking at it now. If the 2 ball does not go in the side, he could pocket the 1, and he can try to have the cue ball come into the 6 to open up the 2 ball. Or even in the 2 and give yourself a shot in the bottom left corner. So it must go in the bottom left corner based on his position play here. And he missed that ball, but he didn't really give up much here. I assume Oscar's going to be... He's going to be looking for a safe here. He might be able to shoot the 2 ball between the gap and have the cue ball come off the rail and behind the 8, but it's kind of tough. It's touchy speed-wise to make sure the 2 ball doesn't bank back too far. He could thin the 2 that way and bring the cue ball like this direction. And that's what he did, but he's going to give up an edge. Kevin could even pocket the ball, but it's not easy being almost frozen to the rail here. That's very, very tough. And Joe is back in the booth, and Kevin Kiely just made a very good cut shot. Let's have a quick...
Just in time for Kevin to drill that one off.
And watch the position he's going to get, too, for this 4 ball in the top left corner next.
Yep.
And he's coming alive now.
What a swing, folks.
Jerry Ducharme, I feel like I need to get one of these matches in when I finally get back, possibly. You are more than welcome, sir. When you're ready, you reach out to me.
Jerry, I'll play you, buddy.
There you go. Look, there, boom. How hard was that to find you a match?
I feel like Jerry and I would be a pretty good match, too. We're pretty evenly matched. The one thing what's interesting, so I like rotation far more than I like 8-ball. Jerry more of an 8-ball guy. So we'd have to agree on the format. But I think we could make something happen. Ooh, Kevin misses that 5-ball, but he's going to leave it good. Look at that.
Jose Soto, I received your donation. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Guys in the chat, if you don't mind, could you please like and share? Send a donation if you can, but if you can't, a like and share is greatly appreciated. Helps grow the tour more than you know. Support free pool.
And honestly, like, you know, a lot of people don't see it, but being back here in the booth with Lance, he really is, like, when people donate this money, it's not like Lance is just pocketing it here. He's constantly doing things to upgrade the stream, make it better for the viewers, just, you know, make it more natural for the stream. He's got a beautiful new microphone in here with a nice boom on it to hang it down. I hope it's good quality. I think it's good quality for everybody. He's got, you know, you've seen him drawn on the screen to try to point out where he thinks the shots are going. So again, your donations are going to make this stream better.
Yeah, and what I really want to do is get more pros to play exhibition matches or even action matches. Like we just had Moritz here last week playing our local star, Alex Bosch.
Yep.
And Alex played great. And I'd like to do a lot of stuff like that, you know. But
it's hard to get guys like that up here because, you know,
they need money.
They need
and then
money.
It's
They're
where
not,
do you,
they're,
you know,
right,
where do you get the money to pay them?
Exactly. And it's like
tough.
it's not worth it for them to go way out of their way to play a match for $100, $200.
Right.
You gotta have something that it's guaranteed money for
Yeah,
them,
they have big traveling expenses and you know.
Even I was actually down at Yale a little bit earlier today. Moritz is playing down at the Joss Tour today. And I was talking to him about his plans for the rest of the year. Oh man! So he's going to be down at the expo. You know, just after this, right? Going down. I forget if he said Tuesday or Wednesday. I believe Wednesday. And then he's like back in Germany for a week maybe, and then it's right to Mexico, and then I wish I could remember everything, but he has got a lot coming up. It sounds like over the next, you know, several months, he's only going to be home in Germany maybe a combined month between now and like October, September.
Right. I believe it. And Oscar with a good chance to run out here and take a 5-4 lead, but still a little bit of work to do. This is mainly the shot, and he hit it. He hit it just about perfect.
Yeah.
He might have to cross over and play the 9 in the same pocket.
I almost don't mind. It's probably better to drift over and play in the same pocket. But you could also, if you're not comfortable, like I don't like playing this soft and trying to play it in the lower left like that. But you could also kind of over hit it and then play it in the low left. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I think the move is playing him in the same pocket.
With the stretching, he tried to hold
I don't like that. You don't want to. That's exactly what I mean. You don't want to try to hold that ball.
Well, to be fair, he didn't slow roll that. Like, that was a very comfortable pace. It was the stretching that got him.
It was.
Because look at his position on the 9. He got where he wanted to get. It was just the stretching caused him to hit the 8 a little fast.
Yeah, but still, even so, like, it's like I'm saying, neither of us, Oscar's like my height, right? Where he left the cue ball, he's going to have to use a bridge or stretch again.
Right.
I like playing that with a little bit more speed, bringing it across table, and then being able to cue much more naturally to play it in the same pocket.
Now, remember, too, though, when you're stretching, if you really don't want to overhit a ball if you don't have to because you're stretching.
Yeah,
you want to
okay,
favor the softer side of life if you can.
No, that's fair. That's a fair point. But either way, after being down 4-0, Kevin has now pulled ahead 5-4, and he's got all the momentum.
Dave Sheehan, thank you very much for the stars, brother. I really appreciate you. And guys, if you're at the expo, Dave Sheehan will be at a booth with Mike DeMarco in the box, and he's got some stuff going on, so check it out if you're at the expo.
Yeah, if anybody, I know there's a lot of people out there on the Rax Bar Box list or the Yale list, and not a lot of people know this, but Dave Sheehan, in partnership with our buddy Alan Mickey and Pete Brown is a partner as well, but they've actually programmed and they've developed the system that now runs those lists. So the reason that everybody's able to schedule their matches online, they get the text and they can do everything, you know, they can kind of do everything, all the scheduling and the scoring themselves. That's all through Dave Sheehan, his partner Alan Mickey, and Pete Brown. And they're going to be down there repping this system at the expo. Again, like you said, in partnership with DeMarco, they're going to be sharing a booth with an action table, but it's going to be good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. He's staying at the same hotel as me, too, so...
If you know, if anybody wants to go flip quarters.
Yeah,
you know?
right. You know, if we're disgusted or I want to go flip quarters and blow our brains out at 4 in the morning outside the hotel, you know? It's always a possibility. I'll go out for a smoke break. He'll be like, oh, I'll follow you. Next thing you know... How much are you? 600? Yeah. All right.
Well, at this point, you know, God knows how much Mr. Lucas owes Dave in the long run.
Yeah, I think they're about even. I think Dave's just up a hair, you know?
Yeah, I'm teasing.
Will Alley says, see you guys down there. Yep. Awesome. Tom Shine, that's his horse. Kev Kiely must have bet on tonight, huh? Where are you? You said you were coming. Where are you at? Big dog?
That's a good question. I saw you down at Yale earlier. I thought you were coming, buddy.
He even texted me like an hour ago. I'm on my way. Did you get lost?
For all we know, he's out there.
Yeah, he might have been.
now.
Yeah, he's going to come through the door in like 28 seconds. Look at this. Boom.
Oh, wow. I thought he hit that perfectly.
Yeah, he hit it pretty good, but not good enough.
Not good enough.
But he does have a 5-4 lead here. He's got to be loving life because I mean he was down 4-0.
Oh yeah,
looked like it was going to be
upset right now.
Looked like it was headed to 5-0 and 5 in a row with momentum. That was a beautiful shot.
Oh, and look at this. But did he get? I think he can go rail first,
which is great because it carries you to the 4. If he can go rail first, I don't know if he can, but if he can make it, and it's going to carry him back up to natural line for the 4 ball in the same pocket.
I don't know though. There's a lot of ways. I mean, you play it better than I do. I can see that going wrong though. You slide it a little bit. You hit that 9 ball, or you don't get up above the 5.
The 9 is not as much in play as you think.
What if you hit the 2 kind of too fat? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you want to favor on the thin side here because you need the cue ball to run the rails.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Okay. Yep.
Don't get me wrong. He might hit, and being stitched by the 5 makes you lean towards the thin side.
And he's stretching again.
See, he needed to do that same shot with speed. He would have been perfect.
Yep, no, you had the line exactly right. He just the speed wasn't there. All right, and Will Alley says, see you guys down there. Oscar's been on his master team, and we battle in the Yale list. Oh, he can absolutely catch a gear. Yep.
Kevin Bailey. So he's here with Tom. He's playing on table 2. So they're in the back. Yeah, there he is. I got action on table 2, guys. Right. He's got a fish on table 2 already. Awesome. I'll take the other guy. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, what did we just miss here?
So,
can I replay it and get it back in time?
Oscar tried to play a safety.
He must not have got no rail.
No, I think he hit rail first.
Yeah.
To me, it looked like he went rail first.
Yeah, I agree. So that mystery solved. Now, Kevin with ball in hand, and if he gets out here for a 6-4 lead, this would be...
Look at the 5 to the 6 here, though.
He's drawn straight back, but
he's got it.
He might be headed towards that corner. He'd like to go more towards...
Yeah, it looks like he's heading towards the top right corner there, right? Like
top left. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, see?
Oh, no, so I was wrong.
The angle is so
deceiving.
God.
How did you call that?
I called it, but then you talked me into thinking the angle was going to the right.
I thought he kind of overrolled it, and that. Oh, wow. That's, either way, that's a swing. Kevin. All right, Oscar did not want to put himself on the rail. He still got the shot, but he did not want to bring that all the way back to the rail that way.
Yeah, but he's all right. You just roll the 7 in and make sure you have an angle going for the 8 to the 9, and he's going to be all right here.
I expect so. With where the 8 is, he doesn't have to do anything fancy with this 7 ball. The cue ball, I should say.
Oh, yeah. Yep, he got the perfect angle.
Yep.
He can thin it. He could draw out to the long rail. He can just thin it with
Yeah,
some
it
left.
almost looks like you can just play
He-
this basically
he could
center
draw.
ball, and it's going to drift down kind of natural, right?
Yeah.
You play on the side with center ball?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of left so you can hit it fuller to drag over.
Yep, it's that perfect. All right, Tom Shine says, get an guy for Kevin Bailey. I think he means get a guy to play him in pool.
Yeah, I think he's looking for a companion for later tonight is what he meant.
Yeah.
But anyways, Oscar Deleon, 5-5. Here we go.
Maybe getting some of that momentum back after, been bleeding for several racks here. Let's see if he can keep it going. The break was not work even while he was running those first four. The break wasn't really working for him. Let's see if he can get it going now.
I think they're asking about maybe grabbing another rack. I'm going to step out, take a quick bathroom break. I'm going to see if they need another rack. So I do have one if they need it. So Joe's also going to take a quick little break. We will be back with you guys in a couple minutes. All right, guys, we're back, and Kevin Kiely, 7-5 lead here.
Looking pretty good. Lance is trying to get the UConn game going on the other TV for me here, so I can watch UConn while I do this. While we do commentary, that is. Kevin, ooh, good break. Almost scratches in the side. He's got to look at the one, but he's not going to like it. Maybe you just... It almost looks like you can play just like kind of a stop shot bank and maybe play the one ball down on the left side of the 3-5 and leave it down that way. But let's see, what do we got? Oh, Lance is trying to get me this game set up. I don't know. Let's see. All right, Kevin tried to play the one ball. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it's not a complete sellout because he's gonna have to do the 2-8 combo after this, but I don't love playing that. Let's see what Oscar does here. All right, Oscar stretching for this combo. It's hard enough as it is. Let's see. Yeah, that's a tough shot. Oh, man, but he's going to get away with it. And Kevin can see a piece of it, but let's see. That maybe runs the cue ball into the 8, kind of. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Kevin gets a little bit lucky on that one. And it looks like the 3 should go by the 5 clean. So I think you play this one kind of straight up. 3 in the same corner. Oh, he plays it off 2 rails, and he hits it just about perfect. All right, Lance, stop worrying. You got me until halftime.
I got you.
All right, great shot there.
I hope they can't hear it. Hold on.
All right, and Lance has got a setup with UConn basketball on the other screen here, so now I'm good. Oh,
Got to make sure you're...
Tie game over there, too, man.
Got to make sure you're comfortable. Oh, 28-28.
It's all right, I got the over, too.
Let's go, UConn. I'm thinking like 81-77. All right, so Kevin hit that great. Uh-oh, did he overhit it to the corner? As long as he doesn't scratch.
No, I think he's good.
Don't freeze to the rail. Okay. Now this... He can either roll it in and take his medicine on the 9 in the bottom left, or he could use high right and come across the table.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way to play it. I don't think you want to risk playing...
Yeah, he's just going to take his medicine. Now, he missed a 9 ball very similar to this earlier. He had hit it.
But he also made one he also made another one since then. So I think Kevin's more comfortable than he was in those first couple racks. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, he hit it good.
And he gins it.
Yeah, he hit it very confidently. So Kevin with an 8-5 lead now once he marks up his game. So he was down 4-0, and since then he's outscored Oscar 8-1.
It's the swings in this game are just incredible.
That is quite the run.
UConn missing their free throws. Sorry, folks. I'm going to be doing commentary on 2 games now.
I could probably get like, hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's not working. Yeah, whatever. I was gonna let you try to get the
Newton, come on.
I was gonna try to let them see the UConn game, but it didn't work for some reason. Hold on,
Oh, Kevin hit that really good. I can't tell if he has a line at the 1. I think he does. Oh no, he's the way he's smiling at it. I don't think he likes it. He doesn't quite have it. If he did, the whole rack is right there. It's an easy shot to the 3. Oh, he's going for the jump cue, I believe. Oh, no, he's just going to the shot. All right, he's going to try to just spin this one in. It's that. Slow it down.
He might have just got it.
I think so, but he's looking at it real close. Yep, he's good.
UConn missed another free throw.
Yep. Gotta love that.
All right, so yeah, this is really close. He's got a nice line to use the left long rail and come back in between the 8 and the 4 for the 4 in the top left next. If he can see and pocket the 3 ball, though, that's his problem.
At first, it looked like he had it because he kind of lined up quick. Maybe he's just looking at what he wants to do to get to the 4, but I think he's got it. Now he's not 100% sure on it.
So it looks like he's going to go get his jump cue and go to the air.
And he's only going to jump a little piece of it if he is doing that, you know? So it's not as difficult as a normal jump shot, I would say.
All right, so Oscar's going to have to play safe here. He might try to get behind the 9, bank the 3 ball up. Oh, okay, he's going to thin it and bring the cue ball up table, try to get behind the 4.
Oh, and he hit that pretty good. I didn't quite get behind the 4, but that's still a pretty good shot.
He's got the 8
as a blocker, yep.
Fantastic.
I mean, obviously still better if he's a little bit behind the 4, because now Kevin's got kind of more wiggle room here, but still a good shot.
Yeah, it doesn't appear that he could go 2 rails because the 4 ball looks like it's cutting that off.
It looks like he could go 2 to the
I wonder
other
if
side,
he could go in between the 8-9 with some right.
Oh, I think he can go. He's going to go 2 that way, yeah.
I have to go like this behind
Yep.
it.
Just like that. It stuck right on that line.
I sure did.
All right, and he didn't hit it bad. I mean, he did one more rotation. He's behind that 8 ball, but this is not a gimme to even make it, let alone make it and get good shape on that 4. Do you think he maybe he plays it with top and kind of like you could almost like play a 2-way here, shoot it up in that top left corner, roll the cue ball down here. I'm not drawing, but
I'm sorry, pocket the 3.
No, I'm saying, what if he plays a 2-way and banks it?
Oh, yeah.
And leaves the cue ball down here where he can see the 4 if he makes it. Yeah, kind of like that.
And bring the cue ball this way.
Yep. And then if he misses it, it's behind the 8 ball. You know what I mean?
Oh,
he went for the 9.
Yeah, he took a shot
I
at the 9.
did not see that one coming.
And he didn't give up much.
He didn't.
All Kev's going to do is thin the left side of the 3 and try to come down table. He'd love to really thin it.
I was going to say that's kind of my first thought, but I guess that does it's riskier playing it that way.
Yeah,
but
very tough. Let's see.
Yeah, he played it the way you said, but he did not hit it great.
Those shots are really tough. I struggle with them a lot. It's one of my worst shots probably.
And you watch guys like Lucas and Moritz, Alex, whoever,
Razor,
and they hit him so good.
Yeah.
And they make it look like it's an easy shot, but it's really not.
Oh, Oscar hit that one fat.
And he didn't leave anything great. Like maybe there's a combination there, but I can't tell if he'd run into the 8-ball or if he'd stick himself behind the 8-ball if he does make it. I think the combo, yep, that's what he's looking at. Oh boy. UConn's killing me over here.
All right, listen. So Oscar with a good look at the 3 straight in the bottom right corner. Stop shot.
Just kind of stuck. Yeah, stop shot. Yep.
You pocket the 4, and you have the cue ball come up off the rail for the 5. The 7.
Seven's the one ball. It looks like you can make it in the side, and if he can, the 8-ball's in good shape. It's just a question of how it's always hard to tell from here, but it looks like he can, maybe not comfortably, but it does look like he can pocket that 7-ball on the side. What do you think?
Yeah, it's touchy, but he really needs to, because where the 5, because of the 9, the 5-ball is tricky. You know, you have to stay on this side of it, like this way, that arrow.
Yeah, you don't want to play it too far center table and then run into a 9-ball. That's the worst thing you could do here.
If you got straight, it wouldn't be terrible, but it wouldn't be good. Yeah, so he would have been on the wrong side anyways, going into the 9-ball.
Yep.
So,
and now it's actually a little bit easier. You play this little top left. It feels a little easier to stay on the good side of that 5-ball here.
Yeah, I would definitely use some left to make sure I stay on the good side of the 5.
Yep.
Just a hair, not much, just a hair.
And he overhit it though.
Yeah, he didn't use left.
I don't understand that one. I don't understand that shot. I feel like you just want a soft touch with top left there. But he's been shooting good. Let's see what he does here. Maybe he's playing safety. No, he's just gonna run into it.
He's gonna make it and go into it. Now we're gonna find out about the 7-ball. Yeah, so I don't think it did.
But he overhit it.
Yeah, I don't think it goes in the side based on his body language. He wanted it to hold for the 7 in the corner.
If it does go in the side, it just even if it does, he doesn't want to be there. He wants to be halfway between the cue ball and the rail right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's still looking at it. Like I think it does go, but he just made it harder. And I think he's gonna go for it.
Good shot. Yeah, that was tough. Good shot. And this wow, look at this. So now you just roll the 8 in, and then you take the 9 in the side next.
Yeah, that's one. It's like, yeah. Wow.
So
Kevin says, I don't care if I'm more center table. I'm just going to hit that right in the side. You guys don't know what you're talking about. And just like that, he's up 9-5 after being down 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah, outscored him he's on a 9-1 run, and it looks like a brief player break. And we'll be back with you shortly.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame. But the most important thing is the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about
All right, Kevin to break with a 9-5 lead, and Oscar's gonna have to do something here. It's time. It's time to do something if you're Oscar. You can't afford to leak away any more racks from here.
No, and it's funny, we were saying, or at least, you were fiddling with stuff. I was saying it's time for Kevin to do something, and he did it. But you're 100% right. Kevin did it when he needed to, and now it's Oscar's time. He needs to make something happen again. He was playing real well earlier. He's got a couple of rolls that have gone against him here, but really, Kevin has just stepped his game up, and Oscar needs to do the same right now.
Dan was asking if I would ever participate in a Make a Score Tour match. Yeah, I don't care. Why not? I mean, I want to focus. My main thing is focusing on production and the stream and all that. But if it was, I'll tell you, I want to do a 6 Diamonds game, and I want to do a Keno game.
Oh my God, Keno would be fun. I'm in.
We need the overhead.
Oh, and look at this again. Kevin gets a friendly roll.
We need the overhead camera doesn't always work. So we're hopefully going to switch that out with one that works all the time, because you need an overhead camera for Keno 1000%, so everybody can see the numbers.
Yep.
And I think it would also be great for 6 Diamonds as well. So if we could figure out the overhead camera situation, 6 Diamonds in a Keno game, I'd like to participate in those. I'd probably be more valuable commentating those, because not a lot of people know all the rules and what's going on.
Yep.
And maybe even break out the player mics so people can hear the tableside chat. But we'll see.
So it was funny. I was saying this earlier, but I was down at Yale earlier today, and I was catching up with Moritz a little bit, and he was talking about when there was the 6 Diamonds here at the CT Valley, where it was like him and Mickey, Lucas, Phil Davis, and a couple other guys, but mostly killers, and I think Phil Davis ran away with the whole thing.
Shocker.
And more, right? And Moritz is like, I was in a bad game, and it's funny to hear close to 800 Fargo. Wow.
Say he's in a bad game against
right,
the 700.
Exactly.
And Kevin fluked the 5 and the 5 ball in there, but he might have to bank the 6. If I'm him, the way things are going, I'm swinging at that bank.
Yeah, well, you could almost play like a 2-way here, play it like kind of soft. Nope, he's firing. And look at that. He didn't make it, and he didn't leave it safe. But look where the 7 ball is, right?
Yeah, but Oscar,
you play this kind of like low right, or like almost like just like some maybe mostly right.
He'd love to be able to get to the rail with
and
them
come
right.
down. Yeah.
Come
That's
out.
exactly what I was thinking. Yep.
He
overdrew it though. Overspun it rather.
But this is not terrible. Stop shot safe. They bank. You
Yep.
bank not to make it. You bank just to not make it, and then freeze them.
100% right.
And the 8, 9 both look like they pass for if you get ball in hand on the 7 afterwards. Always look at, maybe they don't, because he was looking to see if the 9 was wired. So if they don't, you can play the bank safe shot and bump the 8 with the cue ball to free it out a little, if you have to.
Agreed.
So they must go, because he
played
didn't.
that good. All right, and we got UConn up by 5. Klingen putting it up by 7. Love to see it. Let's close out this half strong. I'd love to see another 6 to 8 points in this half.
No. They're at 40, 77 right now. They should just maybe score 2 more points, 81, and that's it. And
I'm okay with 81.
Yeah.
Stop them there. Oh, and it stays with Alabama. All right, all right, back to pool. Let's see.
Kevin with a 2 to 3 rail kick here.
Hit it pretty good. My goodness! I thought he drilled that. He just misses it on the 3rd rail. I think he was playing the 2 rail kick in the side, either way, he just misses it, and he opened up that 9 ball, which is obviously not what he wanted to do. Leaves Oscar what should be pretty straightforward. Roll it forward, both 8 and the 9 in the lower right
Why
corner
don't you
there.
play this on the side?
I think I don't hate that. You just roll that. But he underhit it a little bit, but it's still just straight top. Punch it in, 8-9, same corner. But I agree. If it's me, I'm playing that 7 ball on the side.
And I believe he's got an extension, yeah.
Oh, you're right. First, I thought Kevin gave it to him, but no, he's like, Oscar, no, you're short like Joe Kearns. We're gonna make you stretch for it here. All right, and Oscar has effectively stopped the bleeding.
Yeah, that was big. That was big. He needs to stop the bleeding, but he needs to continue to win a couple racks.
No, 100%.
Can't trade from here. You gotta go on a run.
Oh, there's no trading. Kevin needs 2 racks at this point. We got a race to 11. Kevin needs 2 to Oscar's 5. So he's got to put something together here. Doesn't have to be a break and run, but he's got to play clean. All right, we got that fresh magic rack, courtesy of Lance Lisciotti.
Let's see if it makes a difference. Oscar was not making the wing ball, which is the pink 4 ball.
Yep.
And now it is going in.
Yep, he drilled it.
The rack is making a difference. So
and
far.
5 gets out of the way. It's I think this one you kind of just play like a stop shot, leave the cue ball basically right where that 1 ball is, and try to get the 1 ball. Ideally, if you can get it kind of behind the 7 ball there and back down table, leave the 8 ball in the way. What do you think, Lance?
Yeah, looks good to me. He's got options. That's gonna sell out.
Yeah, I don't. He definitely spun that. The spin was a little awkward on that one. Looks like Queen got fouled on this one.
Yeah, weak. Look at this. It barely touched him. They're going for a ball in the air.
But he hit his arm.
Yeah.
He hit his arm.
The ball's in the air, though. He didn't even have possession.
No, we hit him after the ball was in hand.
Okay, I'll give it to you. All right, Kevin looking to make the 2 on the side here. And he might have to run into the 3. Now he's drawn out around it. And
does he overhit it? No, he hits that pretty much perfectly.
pretty sweet. I mean, he was...
maybe a little bit too much, but you can't be upset with that one.
No.
Now it's pretty much natural to come 2 rails and then again in between the 6 and the 7. Basically just the same path of the cue ball as he just hit it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And you just got to get 2 rails out of the bottom left corner in between the 6, 7.
Yep. Basically right. You want to get right back where the cue ball is now.
Oh, he held for the 5 on the side.
Oh, I don't like that. I shouldn't say I don't like it. You don't want to. You don't want to have to do too much with the cue ball when you don't have to. But it looked mostly natural to me. But he left it difficult. Let's see what Oscar does. And he hits it pretty good.
Yeah,
I
think he could back up this 5 ball on the side. The question is, can you get it out of the scratch in the corner?
Yeah, I don't know that I love the back cut. I feel like he can draw this and miss the. Okay. UConn up 44-40 at the half. This is good for my over, people. Yeah, see, and that's why I don't like going for the back cut, because you're worried about the scratch. And that's just it's a tough shot either way. You don't want to have to make that and try to contest with the scratch. I kind of like drawing that one. Kevin shoots it pretty good, but he gets behind the 7. I think he can see a piece of the 6, but it's not. The combo is definitely not there. I don't know how you like to play this. Oh, he's looking at it like the combo might be there. No way. Lance, take a look at this. I know you got something else going on here, but that combo's not there, is it?
Yeah, why not?
He's looking at it like it is.
Yeah, you gotta back cut the 6 just a hair.
Yep.
I mean, it's tough, but it's definitely there.
Oh, and he chins it. What a shot. He hit that with some authority.
And that's to get him to the hill.
Wow.
Oh, I think I missed the replay. Let's see if I got it in time. Just in time. Yep, hit that pretty sporty.
Yep. And that's one I like hitting that with speed, because if you do miss it, you get that 9 ball out of the way. The last thing you want to do is slow roll that and leave a 9 hanging.
Yeah, and you notice the cue ball went all the way up table, so you want separation. You don't want to leave everything close. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, hit that great, and that brings him to the hill 10-6. So Oscar in a tough spot here. He's going to need 5 in a row, and that is not easy. But
and I don't know who saw this coming. Certainly not Mr. Andy Downs, who said Oscar's ceiling earlier, but Oscar was up 4-0,
so,
and now we're on a 10-2 run.
But if you're Oscar, you got to think of the bright side, right? He started off the set 4-0. He needs 5. He knows he could do 4 because he already did it. If you can do 4, you can do 5.
Oh, the game's not over. I don't mean to say it. And honestly, Kevin's shooting good, but in this 10-2 run, he's also gotten quite a few favorable rolls. And Oscar, I can't think of a single good roll that Oscar's gotten.
Yeah. That looks like a pretty good safe right there. Simple to execute.
Smart play.
Yep.
Not trying to make things too complicated. I think you can come. He's got a couple options. I like kind of coming just 1 to 2 rails off the bottom short rail. I think that's what he's going to look at.
So Kevin looks like he's got the left edge, and he'd like to bank it back down to the left of the 4 and the 6.
Ooh.
He got a double kiss.
He hit it like oh, wow, and look at that. It's again.
Yeah.
Kevin is getting a lot of good rolls in these last several racks.
Yeah, that was a little jelly roll there.
And that's in Oscar's head. So I played Oscar in the, I forget it was the second or the third round of your event here, Lance, actually, the Underdog
Open.
It's a 5-4 race. Oscar goes to 5, I go to 4. And I tell you, he got every bad roll that I could ever think of. And I think I beat him like 4-3, I want to say.
That's a strong win, sir.
But no, but
he got that
roll. I don't feel like I earned it.
Right.
He got every bad roll in the book, including I was on the hill, and he banked the 9 in, and it just dragged and scratched in the corner there.
I like banking this 4 with some right hand English and sticking them 2 rails behind the 7. I think it lays really, really good. He went in offense. Oh, I overcut it.
He was playing offense, and I don't hate that shot because obviously like he's leaving him tough here, but that's kind of like natural position. He's been getting good rolls, but that one is kind of almost a natural 2-way. Obviously, if he makes it with where the cue ball is, he's stuck. But if he had made it, I think that cue ball comes a little bit further, and he's got the 5.
Tom Shine saying they should run it back for double. You never know. Never know. Now, Kev looks like I don't know if he could pocket the 4 or he's got a kick behind it.
I think he's got a kick at it.
Oh, he had it.
Wow.
And look at this. Got a fortunate little bump there, but he's got a slight back cut on the 5.
I think it's just like a little stun shot, like a little low left kind of.
Or even if you run into the 8, it wasn't as severe of a cut as we thought. So Kev looks like he's running out here for the win. Still got a little work to do, but he's in prime position here.
Yep. Yeah, this is about as good a position as you can be in. And oh man, Lance, I gotta say, I'm loving this new setup you got here with the mic.
You like it?
I know you had the mic before the last time I was doing commentary in here with Mr. Gaetani, but I love the new boom setup you got, especially.
Yeah, thanks, man. I think it was pretty sweet. But look, Kevin, little tester here.
Yeah, he left
little
himself a
tester
little
here.
funny. Left
Yeah.
himself a little funny.
For the win, after being down 4-0 to go on an 11-2 run.
And he drilled
Kevin
it.
Kiely gets it done.
Wow. For the cash.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. Joe, thank you very much for help commentary, brother. Appreciate you.
Always a pleasure, man.
If there is going to be another set, guys, we will. I will go live. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the donation, Jose. No way, Jose. Kevin Malley. I will talk to Kiely. We'll see. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you next time.
Have a good one, everybody.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame. But the most important thing is the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about the standings or, the perception of my style or whatever, as long as I could keep learning these new tricks. And so as I was successful in competition and winning a lot of the events, my job was just to keep getting better.
All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
People perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B.
We were down 1-0, and if you walked into our locker room at halftime, you thought we were up 3-0.
Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough.
You just never give up, because you never know what can happen. You never know who you can inspire and who you can influence.
I'm not going to go out and say I'm the greatest this or that. I was a kid with a dream. That's it.
You have to fail in order to climb that ladder.
You are fighting the greatest fight of all times.
And I fought because I knew it was not doomed to be a losing fight. It couldn't be a losing fight.
As long as you believe in what you're doing and you're doing things you love to do, then you can go out there and be the best at it. And that's, that should give you a lot of enjoyment, fulfillment in your life.
Always keep an open mind that there's something out there for each and every one of you. And it's up to you to go out there and find your niche.
You learn just to stick with it. I mean, there's lots of days where you don't really feel like doing it, or you don't feel like grinding it out, and you got to do it. Those are the highs and lows of being an athlete, and if you want to feel those highs, you got to go through those lows every now and then.
This time when you run and you just want to stop, you just want to give up, like, to hell with this, I just want to go home. This day when you get up and you know what, you have a training today, you know it's going to be intense, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to go today, but you got to go.
When you play sports and you're committed to something, the commitment, the responsibility of showing up to practice on time, to being there for your teammates, to listening to your coaches, it's a responsibility that you have when you're playing with a group, that you have to hold your end of the bargain.
When you have to make a putt, you make a putt. You have to hit the shot, you hit the shot. You just sort of like drop into another zone, and you block out everything.
Sometimes the will can outdo the skill, and sometimes a fella's will is stronger than the man who's who's actually better physically, and the determination and weakens the other man just to see him so determined.
I still feel I have a lot to prove, not just as a player, but as a person, as a father. When I get to a point where I feel I can improve as a player, I walk away from the game.
I am the greatest. Hard f***ing work. You put it in, you believe in it, you will succeed.